Hello, fellow Texans. I'm Craig Boyan, president of HEB. Texans have shown so much heart during this crisis, as we always do. And I want to highlight how important those efforts are, especially now. We often worry about the things that pull us apart and divide us. But in this crisis, we're seeing the many ways by which we come together in wonderful ways all across the state. There is greater love and compassion, helping thy fellow neighbor. Texans Helping Texans, by caring for each other, reaching out to others who need help, and showing the caring, the love, compassion, and the perseverance that we're known for in this great state. In this light, I want to thank our government officials, our business and nonprofit leaders, our healthcare workers, our first responders, and the many wonderful and hardworking HEB partners who are working so hard to keep us all safe. One of the areas in need of support during this crisis are our Texas food banks. HEB is helping feed Texas by supporting 18 food banks statewide, providing over 6 million meals across Texas. But we know there are so many more meals needed for those who are food insecure now. That's why we recently visited the San Antonio Food Bank to learn more about the need and how we can all help. Recently, I interviewed Eric Cooper, President and CEO of the San Antonio Food Bank, to hear what he's seeing, how we can all help, and where you can go if you are in need of support. Eric, we've all seen the images of thousands of cars lined up at food banks across the nation. You've had that here at the San Antonio Food Bank, at the Alamo Dome, and I think recently at Toyota Field. What's that experience been like?
Well, Craig, it's been overwhelming. When you see these lines, they go for miles. It's been a struggle to have the right food in the right amounts at the right time, but thanks to our partners at HEB, you've helped us out tremendously. We literally went from feeding 60,000 people a week to now 120,000 people a week. Some of them know the food bank because they've served here. They haven't been served by the food bank.
Eric, what are you hearing from these families when you and volunteers are providing them food?
When I greet them, they're grateful. They always want to make sure that I know how appreciative they are. I just want to thank you for supporting Texas food banks and making sure we can provide food to those that are most vulnerable.
Thank you, Eric, and all of the food banks across Texas for everything you do to feed Texas families, especially during this crisis. And if you're watching this and thinking about what you can do to help, HEB has a Tear Pad campaign at our check stands that's raising money for our Texas food banks, for Meals on Wheels, and for the United Way. You simply choose the amount you'd like to donate and pay with your order. You can also donate with your orders on heb.com. Additionally, you're able to donate on feedingtexas.org, or if you're in need of help, please search the site to find your local food bank. Now I'd like to send a shout out to all the HEB suppliers who are helping fellow Texans. Grain for Grain, who take spent barley grain from beer making and turn it into a high-protein fiber flour, have donated over thousands of pounds of flour to Texas food banks to help feed Texas families this past year. We're gathering more of those great stories of Texas kindness to share with you. Let's take a look.
So I was really moved when I saw what this group in Houston was doing as far as recovery efforts for COVID-19 relief in Houston. You know, I saw them on Facebook. They're up all night, all day, feeding and supplying our first responders, our nurses, going to hospitals, making sure that they all have warm meals to eat while they're up, you know, doing their shifts. And it's really inspiring. And so I decided to donate some money to those guys to make sure they can continue their efforts. So it really means the world to me. Sorry, you're gonna get me all in my feels. Just to be able to give back. I mean, I just never thought I would have the ability to give money away to these charities the way that we're doing.
Any industry that we can think of where they really are on the front line of COVID and working day in and day out to keep people safe and fed. Our goal is to get them something to just show a note of gratitude. For example, for hospital workers, we're going to be dropping off a 6-inch cake that says, "Thanks for sticking with us," with a little Band-Aid on it. For first responders, donut give up with a little donut on it. For people that work at grocery stores like HEB, a little peach that says, "We appreciate you." And for food service industry workers, You are our superheroes with a little soup smiling on it.
We have been serenading these homes for the elderly. It just hit deep in my heart that there is a lot of people in there that doesn't have the joy of having their family around most of the time. So I called this good friend of mine, Rafael Chaparro. He's a singer. And I said, Rafa, I really want to join forces with you. I really want us to come together and give joy.
Tú eres la tristeza hoy de mis ojos.
I see the elderly dancing and clapping and smiling, and you just feel like nothing can stop you now, because you're giving, and that brings joy.
This truly shows how we're better together. I am so proud of the many purpose-driven Texas companies who truly are Texans Helping Texans. Also, please share with us on social media how you are helping fellow Texans. Take a picture and post it to hashtag Texans Helping Texans and tell us your story. And thanks for all that you're doing to show how important the Texas spirit is as we continue to care for each other and help keep each other safe.